Hello, beautiful soul. I'm Dr. Mariel Buque here with Lunarly. I'm a licensed psychologist, and I would like to invite you to set some intentions on self-love with me. So if you're willing, why don't you grab a pen and paper, an open mind, open heart, and join me at the breath with an inhale in and a release. Yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to your intention setting practice. Welcome to setting aside time for yourself. Welcome to a sacred space. Let's talk about setting intentions. The thing about setting intentions is that it's almost like being on the driver's side of a vehicle. Everybody knows that you are the one that is the master of the destination, which means that you are already in position to actually manifest wherever you're going to land. Setting intentions is a little bit similar to that, in that it offers an opportunity for you to actually place yourself, position yourself right where you need to be in order to engage in a manifestation for whatever goal you have predetermined. Since our goal today is going to be self-love, I'd like to invite you in to just seal that in and take a deep breath as you wish, to seal in the practice of self-love and to recalibrate and sit with me through this lesson and through this intention setting. So the thing about self-love is that it actually is only a part of how we reach the epitome and the pinnacle of who we are. Let me take you through that just a little bit. So in psychology, we have this triangle that is a representative of the hierarchy of needs that every human has. And at the very bottom of that hierarchy of needs, we have what we call the basic needs. And that's like food, water, shelter, and all the things that you need just to be a human being that is capacitated and has an opportunity to just be well in life, right? All the basic things, including health. That is at the very bottom. When you're actually able to establish an acquisition of basic needs, and that is sustained throughout your life, then you have an opportunity to understand and establish safety. That's the second part of the pyramid. And safety is really important because we learn that when we're children, right? When we're babies, actually. And sometimes safety can actually be disrupted in a person's life. So in our adult lives, we're still kind of trying to determine how do we establish safety and how do we acquire that in a way that is sustainable. So it's very likely that that's still a work in progress for you, and that reaching that pinnacle also has to mean that you'll have to refocus back into the safety area of your life. Once a person is able to establish safety, they can actually navigate up the hierarchy of needs into a place of love. And love is the acquisition and recognition of love, what it is, how we internalize it, how we understand love to take place for ourselves as we immerse in the practice of self-love, and how it takes place when we're engaging with people, and how people can actually deposit love onto us and how we can deposit love onto them. And so that is the process around love and self-love that we start engaging in once we're able to experience and achieve some elements of safety. And so love is critical, right? It's critical and it's foundational. It's right kind of in the middle of that hierarchy of needs, and it's followed by self-esteem. And the reason why self-esteem comes after love is because through the process of love, we can develop and understand our self-esteem, because self-esteem is self-worth and it's self-evaluation. So if a person is receiving love, if you are receiving love from others, parents, family members, community members, society, if they have been depositing love onto you, your internalization of love is that I am loved, I am worthy. And that builds up your self-esteem and your capacity to see yourself as a loved human being. And so when we lack that love, our collective self-esteem and our individual self-esteem can actually suffer. And sometimes we can get past that, even if we didn't have the foundation of love that we needed, but it can be pretty challenging. And so that's why love and self-worth just go hand in hand, to then comprise of the latter portion of the hierarchy of needs, which is the final portion. It's called self-actualization. And in reality, self-actualization is just a version of self-acceptance, because what it means to self-actualize is to integrate fully all of the different pieces of who we are and to love upon them regardless of what they are. So all the things that comprise of things that you deeply like about yourself and things that maybe not so much are still a part of the package and are cared for and loved for all equally, and you actualize in that way. And so I'm hoping that that offers you an opportunity to really dive into, like, full circle, just the basic tenets of needs and how we as human beings, in order to actually reach the pinnacle of who we are, our highest self, we would need the element of love to apply worth, to apply an opportunity for self-acceptance in our lives. And so this is why I believe that this concept of self-worth and self-acceptance coincides deeply with self-love, but self-love, as I said, comes before the other two, and so it is supremely essential in order to actually reach the other levels. The thing about self-love that I want us to understand is that in whatever way it is that you wish to practice self-love for yourself, it is invited, it's welcome, it's honored, and so give yourself an opportunity to practice self-love in whatever way feels right, whatever way feels like it's aligned. And give yourself an opportunity also to immerse yourself fully in that self-love. Don't hold back, okay? So why don't we dive in just a little bit. I'm gonna actually engage with you in a sound bath meditation practice as I propose a journaling practice for you. So we're gonna do the two in conjunction with each other. I'll propose a journal prompt, and then I'll bathe you with sound to just seal that in. The journal prompt is the following, so grab your pen and paper. I am worthy of self-love because. Why don't you go ahead and put pen to paper, write that down, whatever comes to mind, and I'll be here bathing you with sound vibrations and sound medicine, and we'll rejoin in about a minute. Okay. As you make your way through finalizing the last couple of words on that piece of paper, feel free to join me back at the breath with an inhale in and a release. Very well. I'd like for you to take a moment to just read what you wrote down on that piece of paper. Take a moment for yourself and just look down, dive in, and really feel what you wrote down. What do you have written down? That's your mantra. That's your daily mantra. So I'd like for you to do me a favor. Before you end this video, why don't you write down your mantra on your phone or in a place where you'll easily find it, and set a reminder for yourself to tell yourself these words every single day until they become etched in your mind and they become the default setting for you. Let's seal that in with more sound vibrations. So as you see fit, take a couple deep breaths and just be bathed by the sound. Select an item that signifies love for you, whether it's self-love or love for others, just love. And identify that item. If you're able to, place it on your hand, or at least place it in your mind's eye. And think about that item, or touch upon that item, and see what comes to mind in reference to love. How is it that this item actually allows you to feel the fullness of love? Think about that for a moment. Go back and the memories that you have of this item or of love, what it brings up for you, how it allows you to feel love, what love feels like, all of the above and more. What you're experiencing right now is the production of healing energy that an item can produce by way of symbolism and the meaning that we apply to that said item. If it just so happens that you are having some difficulty locating any item, or that you just happen to not have one or have one handy, I do welcome you to potentially think about some of Earth's elements that actually help us with an energetic balance around love. I have here 3 crystals. And these 3 crystals actually have some element of self-acceptance, self-worth, and self-love. And I'd like to share them with you because should you not have any other items, or should you want to engage in energetic work and you would like to invite crystals into your self-love practice, then these are some of the stones that exude some energy around love that I recommend that you consider. Rose quartz, of course, as we all know, is a producer of energy that is directly connected to love and balance around love. A heart healer, aventurine, is an essential piece of how we experience love because it centralizes its energies on the heart. And then lepidolite is a healthy stone for acceptance and acceptance-based energies. And so here they are, in case you can see them, and I'm hoping that you can feel motivated to either embrace these stones or others that you feel are more aligned with a practice of energy around love or symbolism. And so that really brings us to the end of our intention setting practice and into bringing us full circle into the conversation of embodiment of love and bringing to place everything that for us can actually be either a reminder of love and self-love or can be an internalization of that. I'm hoping that this has been helpful and healing and that you develop from this intention setting practice a ritual for daily life because you deserve it. You deserve self-love and you deserve to be loved. And so I'm hoping that this has been helpful and that you can remember that always establish an inner revolution that can be profound and grounded and safe and well to reflect upon the outer revolution that everybody else sees. Take good care. I'm Dr. Mariel Buque with Lunarly here, and it's been such a pleasure being with all of you.